there was nothing that Jephthah could do. After seeing his daughter, even to make it worse, this was the only daughter that Jephthah had. But what did he do? He sacrificed it to God. It takes us back to the promise that we as Christians of today, we have promised God. Have we delivered upon that promise? Like I said earlier, to the children of Israel, if they mention anything in the name of the Lord, they must deliver it like that. What did Jephthah do? He killed the daughter. He killed the daughter. So, at times, the problem that we are getting today, there's something that we must learn from any promise that we make in the name of the Lord. The thing that is stopping your prayers from being answered is look at the promises that you have made to God. The Bible tells us in the Ten Commandments that you will not mention the name of our Lord God in vain. If you remember the Ten Commandments that was given to the children of Israel on Mount Sinai, that God gave to Moses. I will remind myself, should it be, which commandment, what number was that? That you will not mention the name of the Lord in vain. You will not call his name. Whatever you mention, whenever you mention the name of the Lord, it must be in truth. And whatever you said, you must deliver it. Many times the believers of today, we have made too many promises. Even the time of giving, you raise your hand and say, I will give this amount. I will give this amount. Look into your life. Have you delivered upon that? If you don't, the commandment of God has not changed. If you make a void promise, God will punish you for that. So every time you are praying, think about any promise that you made and pray that may the Lord pardon you. In the book of Ecclesiastes, the Bible also tells us about promises, that rather to go in the house of the Lord, to listen, rather than going to give an empty promise. This is something that started way back in the land of Israel. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it reminds us about that do not enter in the house of the Lord and make a void promise. Never, because it will haunt you back. So Jephthah had nothing to do. For people who want us to read through that, I'm getting it from 35, verse 35. When he saw her toes, his clothes, and he cried, "Oh no, my daughter, you have brought me down and I am devastated. I have made a vow to the Lord that I cannot break." Praise the living God. "My father," she replied, "you have given your word to the Lord. Do it to me just as you promised. Now that the Lord has avenged you of your enemy, the Amorites. But grant me this one request." She said, "Give me 2 months to roam in the hills and weep with my friends, because I will never marry." "You may go," he said, and he let her go. For 2 months, she and her friends went into the hills and wept because he would never marry. Why will she never marry? Because she was going to be killed. When you saw it from verse 5, he said, when he entered, he saw the daughter like this. Jephthah cried, so, "Oh, my God." Why? Because he saw the first person that appeared was the daughter. The crying that he cried is not that he's not going to deliver on whatever he has promised. Still, he was going to deliver it, but never stop him. Meaning, every promise that you give God, at times it is hard to pay it. At times you give it in pain, but give it in pain. The reward is big, praise the living God. If you promise to give a cow to the church, giving it will not be easy. Yes, you might give it in pain, but at the end of it, the Lord will pay it back in another way that you not understand. Never, never break a promise. I will give it back again to my brother to break it down in a little. As you look after at the second last verse that we shall open, that is in the book of Isaiah 46. Back to my